right.
Chaos.
We're off to a strong start.
It stands a lonely vigil atop a remote northern shore, hunkered down against the terrible ocean storms. For most of the year, it sits alone, for trade in this region has decreased. If this were any other town, it would have long since been forgotten, or perhaps even abandoned. This is no other village. This is Maribottom. Here the fish are plentiful. Here the crops grow and thrive despite the rocky soil. Here the ocean offers up its riches willingly, like a bashful lover. Hello, Pirate Council. May our tall tales please you. Welcome back to a first real episode. If you missed last week, don't even worry about it. It was episode 0. This is episode 1. This is the episode you need to leave a like on. Dylan, what happened last episode?
We spoke to some people. I made some new friends, and everyone else made a new friend. So there's that. Spoke to a bunch of people. Mate. Well, I mean, you said he was hot, so that's where we start. We're starting off pretty strong. Made some friends with some people in the tavern. Got told some stuff. Got told about some artifacts. Got told about if we find a certain artifact, we should probably bring it to these guys because they really want it and they might. Not like if we have it. Also got told to stay away.
Who were those guys, do you know?
The Golden Guardians. Also got told by them to leave the thing that I've been searching for prior to meeting the Party. Just leave that well enough alone, because that's royal business, and I'm not royal. But yeah, essentially, met some people in a pub, went upstairs, got naked in front of them. They said I was hot. Now we're friends.
Is the naked people the captain and Karu?
Yeah, I got naked in front of Karu, Yama, and Pauly.
Oh, I was there too.
Yeah, Yama was there. Yeah. Yama was really
Yama
into Cillian. It was a good show. Did some real wacky things with his tail.
Yeah, you were pinging copper off his pecs.
That
Cool.
sounds like something you would do.
I mean, yes.
Yama
Who told
was
you to
probably
do
doing
it?
Yama was probably doing body shots or something.
It was an interesting episode, and we'll leave it at that.
As you mentioned, you've met a couple of people. The new crew member potentially joining, although crew is a very loosely defined term currently, as they are without a ship to call their own. They have one on lease from the Emerald Trading Company, and they are here to attend a festival in Maribottom, though the storm seems to be putting a bit of a dampener on things. You met a couple of different groups who had all come here for the festival, and the staff had all, closed up for the night, put out an honesty system ledger for if you wanted, a bit of a midnight snack. And everyone turned in for the night. Pauly and Karu, I believe, stayed up all night drinking the free booze, possibly with Cillian. Oh no, or did you go up to bed, Cillian? Cillian went up to bed.
Cillian went to bed.
We definitely paid for the booze.
Oh yeah, Cillian put like 10 gold on the bar as well.
Yeah.
Like stashed it away in like because I'd spent a little bit more time in the bar before you guys arrived. Just kept an eye on like the secure area of the bar and like tucked some coin away just in case you guys went a little bit too ham.
Very good.
Oh, we will.
Yeah, he figured he'd pay it forward just in case.
So, slowly, gradually, a new sound penetrates the pounding of the rain and the howling of the winds. Barely audible at first, it resolves itself into an alien, high-pitched keening. It resounds with loss, with sadness, the lament of a mother who has lost her children, or of the sailor stranded far from home. It echoes from over the waves and grows even louder until the storm has receded into the background. It fills your ears, insinuates itself through your mind and your soul, until you can think and dream of almost nothing else. It is not beautiful, it is not comforting, and yet you find yourself overcome with an irresistible urge to follow. I need you all to make a wisdom saving throw.
I'm really good at these.
Yeah. Wisdom
No
save.
one's next to me, so no +3.
3!
Oh no. I got a natty 18. First roll back, baby.
13.
Pauly and Cillian, at first you kind of come awake. Yama, where would you have been during all of this? This is like maybe an hour or two before dawn.
It sounds like maybe he's in his room. If these guys are still downstairs drinking, maybe Yama's in his room, maybe going through his like katas and movements. He's a morning person.
Cillian was up
in his
early as
room.
well.
Yeah, good.
Early.
Well, you're all sharing sort of the executive suite of this inn. Cillian kind of got the biggest room in the house. So Yama and Cillian, you're probably first to awaken. Well, you're already awake in the room. You hear this sound. Karu and Pauly, I imagine, are still down at the bar. Pauly's passed out. Karu probably sleeping on a stool next to him.
Yeah, we're cuddling.
Pauly, well, I guess Yama, you're the only one with your senses currently. You see Cillian sort of been up and about as you've been doing your katas, and this keening noise sort of penetrates into your mind. You're able to kind of shake it off and focus. It's almost like being in a building when a fire alarm's going off. It's hard to think, and you just see Cillian kind of put down whatever he was doing, and just he walks out of the room.
Oh, can I go to like grab him by his meaty bicep and just where are you going and where do you think you're going?
Oh, Cillian says is welcome to the gun show. Continues trying to walk out of the room.
And Yama squishes.
You see in the corridor where like the upper rooms, the corridor with rooms to all the other rooms at the inn, a number of other people are just walking out of their rooms, walking down the corridor, and walking down the stairs.
If Cillian keeps going, can I maybe just follow, but I'm gonna be like right lockstep with him?
Sure. Yeah, Cillian keeps walking. The others you see in the corridor as well. There's probably maybe a dozen people. You remember seeing all these faces kind of the night before, and they just one at a time just make their way down the stairs, and just start making their way out the front door and into the morning rain. By the time you get downstairs, kind of following this procession of people, you and Cillian kind of at the tail end of it, as your room was the furthest from the stairs. We have, let's arrange some people on the map here.
Can I just say that I'm not gonna let Cillian go outside?
Sure.
If it gets to that point, like I'm gonna like maybe knock his feet out from underneath him.
Give him a little karate chop on the back of the neck.
Yeah, I want to give him a bump on the head, basically. I'm assuming I was doing my cutters, which means I'm just in my loincloth too.
Okay, not armored. Gotcha.
Ooh,
No.
Underwear wrestling, let's go.
As you get to the bottom of the stairs, you see, you turn off the stairs, and as Cillian kind of turns, you see the rest of them all are moving outside, and you catch glimpse of Pauly is out there with them, just marching his way towards the beach. But you're able to kind of grab Cillian's arm and prevent him. I want to see the athletics check between you two, though I know which way it's going to go.
This fucking muscly wizard.
I still rolled a natural 19. Like, that's pretty good for a wizard.
That's pretty good. 18
did
versus
I-
27, though. With a
Yeah,
I
you
natty
think I
20.
rolled a natty 20.
Yeah, you did.
Do
So
you want
I
to
think with my critical, I'm like Cillian goes to walk outside, and I actually want to, with my right leg, sweep his legs, and with my right hand, I'm gonna take his head down, and I want to like control the knock to the head, basically that I delivered to him using the floor. So it's like this really dope wrestling one full move. But I want to
Absolutely.
basically maybe give him a chance to reroll with my +3, or anyway, that's my
Yeah.
goal.
Do you want to remake a wisdom saving throw for me, please, Cillian?
With +3.
Oh, much better.
Yes.
Yeah, you sort of come to your senses. You were feeling just this pull, this I must be in the water, I'm being called home kind of feeling. And as Yama kind of slams you into the floor, you are able to, especially with the aura that Yama emits, not that you necessarily needed it, but you're able to shake off that thought and come to your senses.
Do I know what's happening? Like, what was drawing us?
Give me an Arcana check.
As Yama
This
just
I'm
kind of
really good at.
whispers. So many good rolls.
Definitely some kind of magic was taking you over. Some sort of charm or almost like a siren call. Not really a spell.
More of an effect.
Yeah, more of an effect, but or maybe it's bigger and deeper than that. Like you don't feel, you don't taste in the air the lingering scent of a spell just cast, especially on this scale. A lot of people have just walked out of the building.
All right, I'm going to quickly look at Yama and go, good looking out, thanks for that. I'm going to run outside.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sorry, my good friend, my good new friend. Yama's going to follow.
I think as you do that, Karu's kind of picking himself up off the bar floor or from behind the bar, looking blearily eyed around.
I'm going to get within 60 feet of Pauly, and I'm going to polymorph him into a slug. Just make him as slow as possible.
I don't even want
to. So that's a wisdom save.
Sorry, I was sneezing. Okay.
And you need to roll a 19.
Pass it?
Yep.
But I don't want it, right?
You don't know what you're doing, so you still have to.
My god, 19!
Holy shit! If it meets, it beats. It doesn't work. All right. Well, the spell fizzles out.
As they march into the water,
happened.
you see Pauly just starts walking into the water at the head of this kind of weird, eerie procession, and just starts dunks himself into the water and just starts trying to swim face down into the surf as the others kind of follow in his footsteps.
I'm gonna just get out of the way and be like,
I guess.
I tried, and then at the end of casting that, I'm just gonna rub the stone in my pocket and turn into the purple tiefling.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, he's definitely being called by something. We need to stop this somehow. I don't want to blow them up, but I could stop them that way.
Maybe they can be immune
But that might
against
kill
the
some people.
horrors below.
Probably not a good idea.
Can I try a whole person?
Sure.
Or would he drown?
At this point, he would probably start. Well, I mean, he's already starting to drown.
Great. What an idiot.
I'm like, I'm like a. I can't remember that bird. It just kind of stares up and just drowns itself, in the rain. I'm like a turkey.
Far out. Oh.
I feel like Pauly's very similar to the chicken in Surf's Up.
Okay, I have protection from evil and good. Can I reach Captain Pauly? I would have to touch him.
You would
Is
have
there any
to.
chance of that?
You could run to him. I mean, they've walked out into the surf. You'll have to get down into the water and.
Okay, I'll give it a go. It just basically gives him a chance to re-roll.
Mhm.
So I'll run and see if I can get to him.
Sure.
And if I make it, I'll cast Protection from Good and Evil, which means if you're charmed, you get a re-roll with an advantage.
Cool. I'm still
Yeah.
terrible at wisdom saves.
But
With-
now,
You
with-
just rolled a
Plus
19.
3.
now that you've got that aura there as well.
Yeah.
Well,
So it'd be-
I got
be a
plus 3
pl-
as well.
Yeah, plus 3.
Cool. Oh, there we go. Bam. 21.
Yay!
Much better. You feel Yama's hand on your back, I guess, trying to pull you away somewhat from where you need to be deep underwater. But before you can fight back, you feel this sort of protection come over you. The sound is almost kind of blocked out. And you pull your head out of the water, gasping for air, coughing up seawater, looking up into the blackened sky and the darkened kind of morning.
Mm-hmm.
Just in time to see a number of figures step out from the surf. And we're going to roll initiative.
Ooh.
Awesome! Yes. All the best
14.
sessions start with combat. And naked cutters. Ow, and a naked paladin!
11.
Your initiative was 6, was it? Yama?
Yeah. Because I'm naked.
Because you're naked.
Naked.
Just naked. I'm unequipping my armor. Oh! I took
What's
off my armor and my armor class went from 20 to 10.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Guys, I'm fucked. I have no dexterity at all. He's probably stuck in the mud like the surf.
There we go. All right. This guy, a figure kind of stomps out of the waves, much like Daniel Craig in that James Bond movie.
A pretty good
and
scene.
He's sort of
Is it
covered in like coral armor, has sort of a glaive by his side and kind of blue skin. And
Yeah, but
That's not a
is
great
it
picture.
Cillian sexy?
no.
No. Let's not
No,
be
well,
let's not be rash
well.
here. Come on.
He is now the post by which all others will be judged.
Yep.
Mhm.
That's how it works. Don't make the rules.
Is it dark? I can't see shit.
You just enforce them with them
Mm.
guns.
Yeah, welcome to the gun show.
It
Where's
is
it
dark
go?
out here.
Damn.
Can you see around you though? The people around you?
Yeah, I can see the people around me.
Yeah.
Just no bad guys. No attractive
Oh
bad
wait,
guys.
there's one.
Oh yeah, got him.
One of these guys swims out. And you can see this sort of, it starts swimming out further into the water.
No.
These fishermen start coming ashore.
We need to start waking them up. How do we do that?
Hearing that there's a commotion outside, I guess it's going to run to your aid. He does have an incredible amount of speed and gets to there. A figure pretty much right next to you, Pauly, just swims out from the depths.
Yep.
And just reaches out with claws to kind of try and grab you, tear at you, as he realizes that you've kind of started breathing again. Just going to run up or swim up and try and claw at you twice. 13 to hit.
Does not hit.
And 16 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Okay. Thrashing about, standing next to Yama. Perhaps he's coming up from the depths, and you've kind of pulled out of the water just in time for him to kiss you, and it is your turn.
Oh my god! Thanks, Yama. I really probably should do something about how dumb I am, but just that sound was so persuasive.
I think we should also teach you how to swim.
I can swim, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you handle the people. I mean, you kind of not that shiny right now.
I can do that. Don't worry.
All right, I'll kill this thing. I'm gonna stab him with talons. 30 to hit.
30 will definitely hit.
Need to ask, you know.
Yeah.
41 damage.
That's insane. Do you electrocute everybody around you?
Nah, just him.
He definitely doesn't love that. He is not quite dead yet, though. But you think a feather could knock him over at this point.
Right, I'm going to dive out like that,
Mm-hmm.
and shoot him from that distance as I'm
Sure.
diving away. 13 to hit.
13 hits.
Beautiful. 13 damage, 11 piercing, 2 thunder.
How do you do this?
Just like as I'm like flying away, I'm just gonna like try shoot him in the head, you know, and then I imagine like the thunder damage kind of just explodes his head a bit.
Yeah. Just the head is kind of out from the water as he tried to kind of claw at you.
Mm-hmm.
You stab him, the blood starts, mixing with the black waves, and as he sort of stands up taller and kind of turns to look at Yama, the pistol shrimp shot just caves in the side of his head, and just another floating body on the ground. Oh, floating body in the surf.
Okay,
Yama
perfect.
gives you a thumbs up.
All right, sweet. And I'm going to go here.
Mm-hmm.
Just finish my move just around there. Just
Sure.
fly over towards the coalinth.
You find that, like, with the rain, the storm has somewhat abated in terms of it is raining, but it's not high winds like it was when you came in. So it doesn't really affect your flying speed at this time. But you think if the winds were to pick up, it might be difficult to fly around.
Sure. Yeah. Fair enough.
All right. One of the leader of the Golden Guardians, who you had met the night before, Cillian, comes running out of the tavern, sort of in hot pursuit. That's going to be her whole turn. Another figure marches out of the water, seeing you there, Pauly.
Let's go. Come on. Yeah, feckin' pricks.
24 to hit.
24 hits.
Okay.
Natty 20.
Yeah.
I was at natty 20.
Yeah.
That was-
Oh, excellent. Let's roll another d4. I should have rolled a higher damaging move. So you take 8 piercing damage
Uncanny dodge.
as a hooked net comes flying out of his hand and restrains you.
Oh shit.
On your turn, you'll be able to make a strength saving throw to attempt to free yourself from this net.
Done. Always trying to catch the bird.
And he gets 1 free melee attack because he has a spear to helpless ability. We love that.
Oh yeah, I can get my camera set up now too. Ooh. Do.
Yeah, unequip that printer.
Because
fucking
you
printer.
are restrained, he's going to have advantage here. 16 to hit.
16 doesn't hit, no.
No? Okay.
Sorry, I was trying to set my camera
How dare you just be not hittable?
up. I'm trying my best, damn it.
More of these sort of caravan guards swimming out into the water. Cillian.
Okay. Now, so
Take off.
just a question.
Sure.
How many? You can only cast Uncanny Dodge. You can only use it once per round, right?
That is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that I wish you kind of held on to that one. Okay, I need to change up my.
I just blasted him. So you started blasting.
Yeah, but if I start blasting, you're going to end up on the Shadow Realm.
So you started blasting. You don't know me that well.
So what I'm
I don't want to
hearing
hear
is
about what could, Dylan. I don't want to hear about what could happen.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear about all these
I
potentials.
want to place.
I want to hear what's
I
actually
agree.
happening.
So I have
I
a
agree.
20. Okay. 20-foot sphere. And I want it to hit this guy.
Do you want to
And
use
this
the
guy?
drawing tool to measure it out?
So
You might be able. You might not have to hit me.
is that about? Wait. There is about 20 feet. Would that say it wouldn't hit Pauly, but it would hit them?
Sure.
Okay, cool. I'm going to cast a 5th level fireball.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fair. I wouldn't want to be hit by that. That sounds
Yeah.
like it would be bad.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Thanks for not hitting me.
So that's 37 fire damage with a dex save of 19. Both of them.
Alright. Dex save. The Reef Guardian definitely fails. They both fail.
Okay, 37 fire damage. And are these like trees?
Sure.
Yeah, they burst into flames.
Alright. A huge ball of fire erupts in the center of the beach. The trees catch fire, but then are quickly extinguished by the rain. And these guys, though, are going to take a serious amount of damage. You obliterate one of them. You obliterate this guy down here.
I like to think his corpse just goes flying straight back into the ocean.
Absolutely.
Like, go back to where you came from.
You definitely bloody the other guy, though. He's, cinematically flung back. The fire washes over his coral armor, and you just hear sort of a low guttural growl from him as he's sort of illuminated from this fireball. Let's give you some illumination here.
Okay, and I still have another 10 feet of movement. So I'm going to go 5, 10 feet. I'm going to go to the corner of the building. I'm going to go right there. And I am going to do nothing else because my only bonus action is melee.
Melee.
Flame blade.
Cool. That's your turn.
Yep. And does that get the attention of any of the guys that are currently charmed because it was a massive explosion?
They seem oblivious to a light show.
Yeah, I'm going to look at these guys and be like, come on, guys. Like, you missed the gun show. Like, he fires the fireball. He fires it out like a pistol in his hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's like a tiny little mote. And then as soon as it touches its point where it's going, it just explodes.
Does he
Tiny
say
little-
pew pew?
No, he doesn't say anything. He's said enough stupid shit already in front of his new acquaintances.
All right. More of these guys swimming out into the water. One just kind of brushes you aside. You're sort of like shin deep in the surf at the moment, Yama, as one of the Golden Guardian's companions just kind of pushes you to the side slightly and just flops into the water and starts swimming out.
Fucking rude. Yama is like glistening in the rain, by the way. He also has abs and muscles. He's just very scarred.
Yeah, but like the raindrops kind of like ripple off the scars. It's actually like
Yeah,
even
Cillian
better.
is quite impressed. He's like, oh, physique to rival mine.
Pauly stuck in this net, 22 to hit.
22 does hit, yes.
They didn't roll very well though, so it's only going to be 5 piercing damage.
Owie.
All right, we got Yama on deck and some bad guys.
Yes.
So Yama, you've got this sort of Harold Holt, a bunch of Harold Holts in front of you, just going for a swim, and Pauly trapped in a net on the beach. Cillian with finger guns shooting lightning or shooting fireballs, and you have Karu kind of running out from the inn towards the beach here. You also have a number of fishermen on the beach itself, and you see other dark figures or sort of dark shadows in the surf looking to make their way up onto the beach or towards these hapless swimmers.
All right. Well, in that case, so this is I'm gonna pop off a calm emotions,
Mm-hmm.
which means, so everybody gets to re-roll a DC 15 charisma check, and they will then not be charmed. It suppresses the effect.
Okay.
So I have to concentrate.
So they have to make a DC charisma check to resist this calm, is that right?
They can choose to not resist as well. But yeah, it's DC 15 charisma, and they have to fail, I guess.
Yeah.
To have the thing suppressed.
Interesting. All right. I'm going to roll. How many of them are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to roll a... we'll say I'll roll a D6 plus 3 to determine how many of them fall under this calm emotions, right? So you'll get 3 at least.
Yeah.
And then we'll see how many as well.
Sweet.
In fact, do you want to roll that?
Okay. 6. I got a 5. I got a 1.
Oh no.
Damn it.
But we'll say, so you've got 4 of them. We'll say that these 4 in the back row here are no longer charmed. So I'll put charmed condition on the others. So they in their I'm coming home, I'm feeling good, have kind of, let themselves be affected by your calm emotion spell. What does that look like as Yama's standing there in his loincloth in the surf, rain pattering off his muscles?
So I think because he's in the surf to shin height, his legs are kind of like planted and a bit wide, and maybe he's literally just going, whoa, and there's like maybe like a radiant light kind of comes down and it feels like a heavy anxiety blanket, basically. And then he's gonna step back out of the water, but I can't step for some reason.
Sure.
Thank you. And that's it.
Mm-hmm. So 4 of those swimmers kind of turn their head up to the sky, feeling that calmness, and then because of that, like you can see maybe for like a moment, there's a bit of panic in their eyes of like, why am I in the water?
Well, true. Yama probably does say something. He's like, quick, come back to me, like you're safe on land.
And they kind of look at you and they're like, oh, okay, yeah. Like, and it's sort of like this weird confusion, but And they kind of look back at the ocean and are like, what was I doing? Oh, get back onto land. But they're not panicked. They're not worried. You've kind of, Yeah.
He's like come towards the loincloth.
It's very calming.
Excellent.
So calming.
From where Cillian's standing is like, damn, that he's really pulling off that loincloth. I couldn't do that.
Another figure steps up out of the surf, wielding a big sort of coral warhammer, and walks out past the ones that have stopped and are kind of like half, waist high in the water. Seeing them kind of looking around and starting to turn, he will raise his warhammer and just bop this guy on the head.
What the fuck?
16 will hit.
What an asshole.
That guy's fucked.
And one of these guys is just not conked on the head, and appears to be knocked out in the water. As this figure kind of looks at his handiwork and then starts walking towards you, Yama. One of the other fishmen steps out of the surf, and this fisherman has like this almost like a drift log kind of staff, which he raises up in the air, aims it at you, Cillian. In fact, we like this. Okay. It starts chanting.
I'm going to counterspell that.
Interesting. What level of counterspell do you use?
And he use 4th level.
Mm-hmm. Okay, he's going to have to make a check here because he throws a counterspell back at you at 3rd level.
Is this a counterspell?
That's right.
Was that what he was? Was he trying to counterspell me?
No, he was casting something else,
Okay.
which you have attempted to counterspell, but he sees that coming and holds up his other hand and utters something in sort of this deep guttural underwater language and tries to counterspell your counterspell. But he's using a 3rd level counterspell, which is why I asked.
Yeah.
So he has to make a check using here. I was actually just reading your description here. Spellcasting ability, DC is 10 plus the spell's level, so he's got to beat a DC 14.
You guys could just compare like wand lengths.
I don't have a wand. I got these guns.
He rolls a 15.
Ooh, okay.
Oh no!
So you form the words for your counterspell. Do you use particular words for that? Is it like this hellish language? Like what does your spell look like?
You just hear you just hear some really guttural, what sounds like a real fucked up language, and no one understands what it is because it's an infernal.
Yes, brilliant. But he drops his tone even lower into sort of this kind of like deep speech. And like a crash of waves, you feel your magic overcome as if being, pushed over by a storm. And as you do, a number of it's almost like the beach between you and Yama splits open, and kraken-like tentacles start forming out of it.
Oh fuck! Karu, stop it!
Yeah, I look back at Karu. I'm like, oh, he's over here. What?
Are you doing this?
So you and Yama are both in a Hunger of Hadar. You both become blinded instantly.
Mhm.
And when you start your turn, you will take 2d6 cold damage. If you end your turn, you make a dex saving throw or take 2d6 acid damage as milky, otherworldly tentacles rub up against you.
Ew. Oh, come on! I'm not wearing enough clothes for this.
This is actually what the subscribers wanted. They said, can we get a Cillian Yama hentai episode? And this is what that is. So
It happens.
You specifically asked us at the end of the last arc what we wanted to see more of, and obviously someone said tentacle hentai.
yeah. And can we, if possible, can we get Yama naked?
Yeah. Loincloth
We've done it all in episode 1.
You guys are so welcome. Please subscribe.
Pauly,
Yes.
the big coral guy walks over to you wrapped up in this thing, and he's just going to start dragging you in the net towards the ocean.
Jesus. Can I do anything about this? Oh, no, not really.
I don't think so, because your speed is 0. He can only can't get very far carrying you though, because he's already used a lot of movement.
They don't get like opportunity attacks me though, because it's not my choice to move out of them.
No, they don't get opportunity attacks. No.
Yeah, okay.
The one that's dragging you is also visibly fucked up.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
He's singed.
You see, well, I guess Pauly, you're the only one to see this because the rest are all blinded. One of the figures, you're being starting to be dragged into the surf.
Yep.
One of those others who is still under the effect of this charm spell, you just see her duck her head under, and she just doesn't reemerge.
Oh no!
God damn it.
The guys who were uncharmed though by Yama are going to rush the beach.
Are they going to help out the other guys that are charmed? No? Okay. Bugger.
Yeah, they're gonna run the fuck away.
Yeah, excellent question.
I feel like they would try to help the other guys,
Yeah, let's try that. So this guy's going to try and push this guy back in. He's going to make another wisdom save.
I'd love the help, but I mean,
No luck though on that one.
Yeah.
Karu's going to come to, slide to a stop as these milky tentacles and blackness kind of erupt from the beach. And in true Karu fashion, I think he will kind of look up at the side of the inn, reach a tentacle up, vault up over the roof of the inn itself, and then pop down on the other side and come sprinting towards you. But that's going to be his entire turn to do so, Pauly.
Yeah.
Karu.
Yeah. And it's Pauly, it's your turn.
Woo! I have to do a strength save, right? To start my turn?
If you would, if you would like to try and break out of this,
Yes.
is
Is it an
you
action?
can use your action to make a strengths check.
So bad at strength. Yeah. Why not?
Or if you have ways to make slashing damage, you can attempt to cut yourself free.
I'm only piercing. No slashy boy, only stabby boy. I don't know.
Or you can just start attacking. I mean, you will be at disadvantage to do so, but those,
No, alright, I'll do it. Okay, I'll do this. I'll give it a shot. 17.
Yep, you break out of the net.
Beautiful. And I'm going to stab the... Actually, no. Pauly's going to shoot the Warlock. I think it's probably a smarter move. No. They're actually the Reef Guardian. I'll stab the Reef Guardian.
Yep.
What I'll do. 21.
21 will definitely hit.
Beautiful. 28 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Just as he busts out of there, the second he busts out, he's gonna faint and then just stab him in the armpit.
Yeah. So, just like Luffy emerging from a fish barrel, Aha! Stab.
Yep.
Excellent. You find yourself in sort of chest-high water, or well, maybe like thigh-high water. Once you kind of emerge from the net itself, you've used your action, your bonus action. You still have your movement.
I am going to stay where I am. I'll stay there.
Okay. Let me get some ambiance.
Ambiance.
Cool. What is Terza got on?
By the way, Josh, that was very important to add that as a permission. Very
Yeah.
smart move.
Very much agree.
What was the thing?
He added the permit. He could say Bukkake now in stream.
Oh, good. Yes, thank you.
Oh,
That was an oversight, for sure.
Can't believe we missed that one.
The fishman turns to see sort of the big coral kind of night go down, sees himself surrounded by a Karu and a Pauly, and is going to try and attack each of you once with his trident. Critical miss on Pauly, and critical miss on Karu as well. God damn.
Whoa.
That's very upsetting for everyone involved.
That's awesome.
This guy's going to try and grab his friend, and rather than try and wake him up, he's just going to try and like drag the guy back.
Yeah, grappling.
And is able to kind of drag him halfway to the shore. No such luck for this guy, though, who keeps swimming out. And we have Cillian.
Okay. I need to. Is this difficult terrain?
20-foot radius, sphere of blackness, bitter cold. The void is filled with a cacophony of soft whispers and slurping noises. No light magical otherwise can get it out of there. It is not... Oh yeah, it is difficult terrain, so double movement to get out. You have to take 2d6 cold damage at the start of your turn.
6, I'll move.
I'll roll that actually. 2d6. 6.
I'll take it.
Nice.
And just get out of it. Damage. Okay, can I cast through it?
You can, but you can't see through it. So if it requires you to see a location, then no.
But I can remember where I saw them standing because I have keen mind.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know the last location you saw them, for sure.
So I'm going to. I just need. Yeah, I can. Fireball. I just need to cast fireball. Again. Quick. Yeah. I want to cast it. Like. There? These two guys. And I'm going to cast that at 4th level.
All right.
Cast. Bam.
So fireball does not need you to see the location?
I'm casting at a location that I knew where they were before.
Sure. That's right. Yeah, as long as it doesn't say you need to see. Like there are some spells that say like at a location you can see or a creature you can see.
No, a bright streak flashes from your pointing finger to a point you choose within range.
Yeah, I'll allow it.
That is another DC 19 dex save.
All right. Dex save. Let's do the Warlock first. He got a 1. If all my rolls are just 1s now, have I been cursed? Cursed, even? Oh no, that wasn't a 1. But he still failed. So another ball of light kind of emanates out. Yama, you are protected from this sort of blinding flash of light in this darkness by already being blind. So that's nice. And 30,
That's nice.
39 damage, is it?
Yep. 39 fire damage.
That's fucked, man. What the hell? Can you
It's a-
chillax?
I don't like... He really doesn't like fish people, okay?
I can tell.
Hey, Karu's our friend, okay? Don't hurt Karu.
Karu doesn't count as a fish person.
Karu's
the
totally
squid
a
boy.
fish person.
You fire that sort of small bolt of ball of light through the black inkiness.
Yeah,
And
like
you can definitely
wisps
see over
through
it,
like
right?
this.
And you can then just see like on the other end, you see like the edges of an explosion, you know, like almost like over this dome. And then the dome kind of winks out and recedes back into the earth. And when you
And
look down,
corpses flying away.
yeah, you just see corpses flying away. Yama, you're no longer blind. And the beach is not clear, but clear of 2 more enemies.
And the fan service is over.
Sorry, guys. I'll refund all the subs that came through in that 5 minutes.
Yeah, sorry guys.
They'll be coming out of Dylan's pocket.
Had to put an end to that nonsense for a second there. We can bring it back. We'll bring it back. Don't worry. I'll learn the spell.
I think Yama's gonna quit this fucking.
All right. Anything else from Cillian? You've moved. You've fireballed. Dylan, anything else?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have anything else. Sorry, I got a text from work.
All good. 2 of these guys are kind of fighting in the surf here as he's trying to get further away. Again, this guy's going to sort of fight in this whirl of trident towards Karu, getting a 12 and against Pauly, definitely not hitting either. And that guy's kind of stuck there. And this guy's going to rush back to shore.
Safe.
Yama.
Ooh, yay. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing again. I'm gonna cast another Calm Motions. So I think I can get, yeah, everybody in it again, including that douchebag who's trying to fight his way out. So that's another DC 15 Charisma check.
Okay. 1, 2. So the ones that were calmed the first time, though, it is going to drop off them. Is that right?
That's true, because I have to concentrate.
So there are 2 that have broken free because of the calm emotions.
Can I miss them? There we go. Oh, wait, because I'm concentrating. Well, let's just give all of them another check again. Maybe.
So we'll say like the ones who are already calmed, like they will definitely stay calmed here. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left that aren't calm. Let's go a D4 plus 2.
Okay. That's a 4 then. 4 total.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's all but one of them.
Okay,
Um,
nice.
Isn't the one that's... This one that didn't get calmed? Oh, wait, I can't.
Oh wait, he's not calm. He is unconscious in the
Yeah.
water. Yeah, sorry.
I was going to be like, he's really calm.
Yeah, he's so calm he's dead. So all of them then, all the remaining ones are all currently calmed by Yama. They kind of put their head out and they're kind of just sitting, treading water there at the moment.
Then Yama's gonna run to... I've got enough movement to pick this guy up and out of the water.
Mhm.
And that will end my turn. I can't
Alright.
move. Sorry.
Okay, you move.
Yeah, I'm not in the initiative. I can't see the initiative tracker or anything either.
Oh really? You're
Yeah.
definitely here. Allow movement. That work?
Yes. Perfect. So I'm just gonna run to him and pull his face up, but that's all I can do.
Yep. All right.
Please.
As you're hoisting him out of the water and like putting him on his back kind of thing and dragging him towards shore, you see a sort of a big dark shape beneath one of these sort of calmed guys sort of a little bit further out in sort of past where the sandbank kind of ends. And he just looks down and you see him go, just calm as a stone, and then pulled under the water.
Oh shit. I hate it. As Yama's just kind of yelling, "Get to shore!" to everybody else.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
They're going to start wading to shore. Karu fighting not back to back with Pauly, but opposite, overlooking, maybe looking a little bit worse for wear with his slightly hungover, but not terribly. He's going to turn into a whirlwind of Cutlass and try and make some attacks here. One will hit. And he just cuts down one of these sort of fishmen's. And says, "Not the weirdest morning you've had this month, Captain."
Nope. I fight better hungover anyway.
That's right. It's your turn to show it.
Perfect. I am going to stab him right in the face. I'm not really going to use Shrimpy today. Oh!
We like that.
Jesus.
You ready for the dice reckoning?
The
This is probably one of
dice
my favorite
reckoning.
things. Oh yeah, it's great. This is the one reason why I play a rogue, is because when I do this.
Yeah. Look at all the fives.
Oh my god, that's beautiful. Okay, so 32.
Look, I'm not going to
50
let. You don't have to add it up if you don't want to.
No, I want to. You know what though, too? To be honest, too, my piercing damage, that first one, that D8 was a 1. So I was
There's
going
one
to
you got
change
to
that.
re-roll that.
Yeah. One more extra damage, 58 damage. Thank you very much.
Okay. Can you please describe to me what that looks like?
Just like I'm gonna poke smile.
Obliteration.
I'm gonna poke a smiley face through this guy. You know what I mean? Like he was all grumpy, and I didn't like that. So I'm just gonna stab him through both eye holes in quick concession, and then do like a little smiley face.
Yeah, brilliant.
She's cool.
Love that. You're surrounded by these sort of 4 fishman corpses. Now these are much more fish than man, unlike Karu, who's kind of like half elf, half fish. These figures are definitely from the depths. These are not sea elves. Terza gonna run in a little bit just to kind of see what's all going on. What has she got up her sleeve? She calls out to sort of one remaining Golden Guardian left in her crew, who's out there in the water, and yells, "Fala! Back to the shore, double time!" And you feel like sort of a bit of a command in that word, and Fala's kind of reinvigorated, despite the calm emotions, is kind of spurred to get to shore. The others are all just gonna, calmly walk out.
They just saw a dude die.
Yeah, but they're feeling so calm, thanks to Yama.
Yeah, they're real happy about it.
Cillian, you're up.
Cillian's gonna move. And from where I was, I saw the guy get pulled under, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, I can't actually do anything because I can't see anybody, and I don't know how deep below the guy is. So Cillian
Actually,
is going to ready. What can I do? What can I? New character sheet. Gonna learn new things. I'm just gonna ready a action. Ready a 3rd level fireball for as soon as that thing pops up out of the water.
Mhm.
And then I'm gonna cast fireball when it comes out.
Fireball, firebolt.
Fireball.
Gotcha. Cool.
3rd level fireball.
All right.
And I essentially, when it comes out of the water, I want to like smack a fireball right at its head.
Yes, gotcha.
Damage to its head off.
You've got this unconscious guy with you, Yama, so we'll deal with that on your turn. Thala, who has been given a bit of a commander boost, rushes to shore. And these guys are moving a little bit more sedately. Yama.
Hells yeah. Well, I'm assuming I would have to move at like half speed or something, dragging
Sure.
this dude.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I can get to there, so we're out of the water. Yeah, and then maybe Yama. Oh, I could do a. He's just an NPC, right? Can I just like pump 1 point of healing into him? For my
Sure, yeah.
laying hands?
You look down at him. He's had his like skull cracked. He's effectively like making death saves right now.
Okay.
He's dying. He's bleeding out.
Cool. I'll just pump 1 point of healing into him using my lay on hands.
Okay.
Cool.
He
And
comes
that's
awake and kind of splutters on the beach there, you know, coughing up seawater, clutching his no longer fully caved in skull.
And Yama's just kind of like hulking over him, like, you're fine now, you're safe now.
Very good. That's your action and your movement. Any bonus actions or anything?
No, nothing left to do, really. The
shadow kind of beneath those black waves, hard to kind of make out in this gloom. You see sort of move under the waves, or kind of potentially even ride one of the waves in a little bit, ride the current, and you just see another one of these figures disappear under the water.
Would I know that it's... Oh, no, I already...
What are you saying?
I was going to say, would I know how like deep below the waves it is? Judging by how close we are to shore?
You think it's probably not like super deep. Like it can't be that deep at the shoreline, possibly. But it's definitely hard to tell from this distance and this low light.
I also don't know if it's like fully killed that guy yet, so I don't think I want to blow up the random dude out of the tavern. So I'll hold off.
Okay.
Won't burn that spell slot on that turn.
All right. This guy's going to stumble ashore. Karu. He looks to you, Pauly. And with a sort of like a what now, Captain, back inside.
Let's go see if we can find the people who went under.
Okay. And Karu just jumps into the water. Just Link in the, turned into a Zora, just leaps and dives underwater. Karu sees interesting things, but he's not here, is he? So, Pauly.
I'll dive in as well.
All right. You see under the water surface a sort of a giant manta ray.
That's so cool.
Can I shoot at it?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll shoot at it with my pistol.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll get the cavitation blast with it too because it's underwater.
Yeah. You see it as its tail is
Oh my god! And this actually also is added to it as well.
Sorry to cut you off, Dan.
25 damage for that little extra part there.
That's
Sorry.
alright. I love it. Just you're getting all the critical hits. I'm getting all the crit fails. I don't know what you've done to my game. You've obviously hacked it.
It's our game now.
It is our game now.
Yeah, how big that was? That was sexy. I'm gonna re-roll that D10.
Of course.
6.
Nice.
So that's an extra 4 damage. So 28 plus 34. I can't do math right now.
That's 62.
Add 25.
87.
Hmm?
87.
87 points of damage.
Holy shit. Wait, I thought it was 24 plus 34. Oh, plus the
It is.
cavitation blast.
Plus the cavitation blast, which is 4d8, which I got 25 for.
Yeah, good. Very good. Yeah, so you dive into the water and see this kind of giant manta ray just in the process of extricating its barbed tail from one of the victims.
This is the Steve Irwin bitch.
And Karu's kind of swimming right up onside you, with a trident in one hand that he's picked off an enemy and a cutlass in the other, and just swimming forward. He sees you pull out pistol, Shrimpy, and you see him just stop before getting in front of you.
Straight up, boom.
And just this wave. So the waves that were coming crashing in, everyone on the surface of the water just sees this wave ripple back out, and it just causes the waves to kind of shoot up as if there's been an explosion underwater. And then after a few moments, a manta ray kind of floats to the surface, dead.
Gaping hole in it.
Yeah,
Ray doing it.
So
Jeez.
are the people alive or they're dead?
they're dead.
Okay. Well, we'll grab the bodies. Go grab the bodies and then we'll drag. I'll get Karu to drag in the manta ray because that's what we're eating for dinner tonight, or breakfast.
Yeah, it's still morning.
I mean, I did spend a month fishing, so I've gotten pretty good at this.
Excellent. So you're gonna have manta for breakfast, electric manta for breakfast.
Yep.
As you sort of get all your wherewithal about you.
That's an insane hit, by the way. I'm just gonna say that. That's fucking wild.
That's pretty incredible.
Absolutely insane.
Wild.
And you all head back inside.
That's insane.
I didn't even realize I hit the 20 either. It wasn't until you made that noise, Steve.
I saw it and I was like, oh.
Yama goes upstairs and puts a kimono on.
So describe to me the scene we see then as you kind of make your way inside.
I'll bring the bodies back in, and I guess I'll just put them on a table.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yama's
delicately.
shepherding and kind of helping the people who are in the water with him. So maybe they're leaning on him a bit or something.
Mhm.
He.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say he kind of gets them seated. Maybe they pour some warm soup and stuff, but he heads upstairs to get dressed.
Yeah.
Cillian is going to check the corpses of the enemies.
Sure.
He wants to go over them one by one and sort of investigate to see if he can notice anything that would say where they've come from or who sent them.
Sure. Yeah. Give me an investigation check.
Yeah. Really had to throw investigation in there because I have +9.
Yeah. Very good.
How many people died? Just 2?
3, I think.
Oh, shit.
We had 9 to begin with.
Or maybe it was just 2.
Yeah, it was the 2 that got dragged under. The other guy got bonked on the head, but Yama saved him.
I
Yeah, I'm
saved
stabilized
him.
him. Yeah. So you walk over. These are definitely, deep sea humanoids. You have a bit of a look over them. The gear that they've got is all very much, coral, nothing iron or steel or anything like that. Like nothing like that would ever last in those kind of places. It's sort of more stone and obsidian of make. You may have, I don't know if you've encountered these kind of creatures before, but you probably heard of them. Like these things usually do not hang around the surface at all. Like if anything, their hunting still usually takes place underwater, sort of at that, what normal people would consider still a deep water level. Like these are very deep. These are the ultra deep Marianas
like
Trench.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's like Atlantean / in Namor-esque kind of people, right?
And I want to go over specifically the warlock.
Yeah.
See if it had anything that sort of stands out as magical.
Yeah.
On it.
Whilst not emanating any kind of, you don't feel any particular magical aura. There is sort of like a small fetish made of some sort of like gnarled underwater wood that you find kind of was in his hand and kind of held there by almost like a bracelet, so that if you ever let it go, it would still be attached to him. And it looks somewhat like sort of a coiled eel.
I'm going to take out my dagger and slice his hand off.
Sure.
And then take that with me back inside. And I'm going to spend a little bit of time that trying to recall any information that I may have picked up since I've been in the new world, or of anything that looks like an eel that would have warlocks holding something dedicated to it.
Sure. Give me a religion check.
Ooh, I have a +5 to that.
We like that. Oh, dirty 20s.
That's a 20 as well. Another one.
You think... I mean, it's somewhat crude, and the things like this aren't usually spoken of very much in books, probably for good reasons. But you think that this might be a representation of Dagon.
Spelled Dagon.
Dagon.
Notes. Okay. Just say that to everyone in the room.
With your dirty 20, you would probably know that sort of a half octopus, half eel kind of thing. Well, like the fetish that you have in your hand is kind of half octopus, half fish, half eel. And Dagon is more like talked about as a myth than an actual creature. Because Father Dagon is in stories, but it, never appears up on the surface, right? Just doesn't interact with people at the material plane level of the surface. There's plenty of like storm gods and sea gods and stuff like that. Like Dagon is much deeper.
It's not as prominent as the bitch queen.
That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, Cillian will relay the information to the Golden Guardians and to the party, because he feels like the Golden Guardians might be the only people in the room that might know anything about it.
Terza kind of looks at you sternly, and says, there is a sea shanty that is sung about this figure. Would you care to hear it?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'll pull out like a quill and some ink, and I'm going to write it down.
Okay. I don't know if I can sing it because I don't know what the tune is. There once was an isle dead west of the sunset, a place where the sun's rays danced carefree and bright. Its shores all a-sparkle in white, shining beaches, and jungles aplenty with game day and night. They say that the people who dwelt there were happy. They say that they lived their lives simple and fair. Yet one day a bitter wind rose from the ocean and took the poor folk by surprise, unaware. For ruin had risen in thunderous fury, a ravenous shadow fell over the shore. And when Father Dagon's black gullet gaped open, the waves ran with blood, and the isle was no more. I'll chuck that in the Discord for you.
Thank
you.
you. Piece of paper.
I'm really curious what electric manta ray tastes like.
Oh yeah. So, are you taking it into the kitchen, or what are you?
Oh, I definitely can't cook. That. Yeah, nope.
I think Karu looks at you, and I'm just going to make this decision for Katie, and Katie can retroactively change this when they come back next week. But Karu looks at you and is like, "Why would you cook it?"
Good point. All right, sweet.
And just like Cutlass just cuts off like slices a slice of it off, and starts dicing it into sort of sashimi.
Hell yeah. This is perfect. Hell yes. Sounds great.
And Karu's like, "Oh well, it's already kind of cooked. I mean, you already warmed it up, actually. So."
True. Did zap that bad boy.
There's a lot of looks around the bar for the other patrons. Everyone's in different levels of undress who had been sleeping when this call happened.
I'll start offering out some sashimi plates of manta ray.
Those who were kind of out there, and now that they've been brought back into the warmth, Yama, you're able to kind of let the calm emotions go and kind of gauge their view, and what's coming over them is the horror setting in of what they were doing, that they were not in control of themselves.
Yeah, that would be really horrible. Maybe Yama is just kind of like draping blankets on people, and he's warmed up some ginger tea, and he's stoking the fire, and letting them feel what they want to feel, but maybe with the like lingering calm emotions, maybe he just gets a little snippet of what everybody's feeling.
Yeah. The major kind of leaders, like Terza, the leader of the Golden Guardians, and Matthias, are kind of checking in on their friends here. I think Matthias lost one of his guys. Yama, you saved one of the other ones. One else of his sort of mercenary guards. The woman who was the sculptor, Yandel Fen, she lost kind of one of her bodyguards, and is kind of talking to the remaining one about what happened. She'd only kind of come downstairs and stayed inside. She didn't see what went down out there. And there's kind of a couple of small groups forming with people kind of talking to each other in hushed tones. Yama, you're going around, offering soup or tea in the morning. As dawn reaches you, though, the sun does not seem to rise with the cloud cover and the rain. It seems like it's going to be a late morning.
What was the plan here, guys?
Well, the rain's still going, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm guessing the festival can't really go ahead with in this kind of weather. And with deaths.
They were only guards.
Is the tavern keeper up?
The tavern keeper hasn't arrived this morning yet.
Shit. Maybe we should go for a little run around the town to see if there's anyone else.
That sounds like a great idea. Let's do that.
Cool. Let's go for some walkies. I'm full on manta ray sushi. Yeah.
Cillian will, before we leave, is going to carve off some of the manta ray as well. Just like toss it into his bag of holding.
Pocket snacks.
Snack for later.
That's right. Gotta keep your strength up.
Yeah. You need that good, clean protein. Gotta maintain these guns somehow.
All right, well, I guess we'll talk to the crowd. I'm like, all right, you guys stay here. We're going to go see if we can find anything.
All right. Terza, who's kind of like seeing to her troops, who looks over at you and kind of gives you a professional nod. And you step outside, and behind the constant rains and stone-thick clouds, the lightning near the sky is all but imperceptible. Still, dawn has come, and the town should be rising as well. It is not. Even as the first few moments of morning creep past, the town remains utterly silent. No doors slam, no shopkeepers huddle against the rain as they rush to start the new day's business. Other than yourselves and fellow outsiders, not a soul stirs. The only signs of life are a few large gulls, undaunted by the rains, that perch among the town's roofs, like flies converging on a bloated corpse.
We like look in the windows of some of the places and see how, like, see if it's like, it's been like if it's actually been a while since someone's been there,
Mhm.
or everything's black and white.
Yeah, because it's dark outside.
Oh, good point. Yeah. What time is it?
Sort of like dawnish, so maybe like 6 a.m.
Okay. So it's still not light enough. Yeah. Well, can we just go to one of the houses and see, like, just look in the window and see if, like, the fire's just starting to go out. There's coals in the.
Yeah. So you start sort of marching your way through the streets. Pauly, you've got your night vision goggles on. Everyone else kind of peering, holding up hands to kind of peer through the rain. It's not overly oppressive, but it is enough to kind of just be wet and miserable. The streets sort of somewhat turning to mud. Which way do you head? I guess the only other thing you see, if you want to zoom out a lot on your map.
Oh, yeah. The lighthouse?
Maybe those houses here.
That's awesome. The light actually, like, going around. So cool.
It is cool.
For everyone playing at home, we have a lighthouse. Oh, look at that. Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna head towards the light.
All right, whichever way you guys want to go. I didn't even.
Now, what path would you like to take? Obviously, there's a clear path along the beach, but it is, of
Like
course,
a walkway.
Next to the beach where monsters just came out of. Or did you want to go deeper into town? Did you want to take back streets? What's the plan?
I would like to just see some of these houses close by and just have like a peek in. If you guys
Yeah, I
can.
think we should definitely go through town. We're looking for signs of life.
I'm
But
gonna
let's
move
all
like
stick close together.
slowly and just like investigate around, see if there's any signs of like recent life, last like tracks or anything like that. Peering through.
Yeah,
Fire
so
in any house.
Sorry, one at
So
a time.
Yama's also looking for like any like footsteps or tracks that lead like directly to the water, I guess.
As you go through, like, so Yama and Cillian are kind of on the lookout for tracks. In this mud, it's very hard to tell. Obviously, with the rain going all night, it's kind of washed away anything. Though any tracks that were fresh would definitely be very noticeable. You realize that you're leaving behind very obvious tracks in the mud, and you don't come across any others. That looks like other people. Other people have been hurling themselves into the ocean or anything like that.
Do I see any like windows with like illumination, fire or something? Someone getting up, having an early morning. Or...
As you make your way, like you see that all the shops and stuff like that, you can see, like a sign for a blacksmith. Hammer and tongs. There's no light coming from within there that you would expect to see from a furnace being lit. Especially early in the morning.
I know. Is there a bakery? Because if the baker's not in, something's very wrong.
Yeah,
That's true.
As you're kind of wandering around and you go past a few houses that are all sort of silent and for lack of a better word, dead. With your sort of passive perception, Cillian, you do notice, and I guess because you're kind of on the lookout, you do see that there is the odd house that has like a lamp on or maybe like a single candle, but all the windows, the shutters are closed. There's, curtains. You only like just catch brief flickerings of light behind some of these houses. Or behind some of these windows, I guess.
I'm going to point those out to everyone. So it looks like there's some light in there. But, no. Like, judging by this time of day, like, there should be people up about. Something's weird. And while we're, like, walking along as well, just in case, Cillian's going to bamf out his shadow spawn and just have it follow him.
Please describe to me what it looks like to summon this thing, and then what it looks like once it arrives.
So Cillian, like, does a really, really high-pitched, like, almost unmortal-like whistle. Mm-hmm. Like, it's amplified to a really high pitch. It's almost like only certain, like, if you can hear really, really high. Like a dog whistle, essentially. And then a shadowy dog sort of, like, jumps out of Cillian's back and just follows him along.
Parrots have good hearing.
Yeah, a parrot could hear it. But like a hellhound. Sort of like a really fucked up looking, what do you call it? Really fucked up looking Doberman. Like, pops out from his back like a shadow and just follows along.
Very good.
But it's really big. It's medium in size.
Now, I don't have a shadow spawn monster in here. I'm going to have to find it. Whilst the rest of you describe to me what you're actually doing.
It uses the Shadow Spirit stat block.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to try peek into houses and see. That's really about it. And follow the rest of the group. Actually, where is everyone else? I've lost you guys.
That's
I went northeast and up.
Yeah, Shadow Spirits look real fucked up, but I'm just making him look like a dog.
So are you sticking together, I assume?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we should definitely stay together.
You this way?
Yeah, there I am.
Beautiful.
All right. As you make your way through town, through some of these, silent streets, you pass what looks to be sort of a general store. There's little to differentiate this building from the others surrounding shops, save that the walls are meticulously whitewashed. or at least they were before the heavy rains. And above the door hangs a painting of a beautiful shoreline and the words "A bountiful tide" etched above it in gold paint. You pass, the blacksmith, sort of this sort of kind of open air blacksmith. Anvil, the wall of hammers and tongs, and heavy furnace clearly mark the shop as that of a blacksmith. You see nobody inside, however, nor any tools or weapons hanging on racks for sale.
Weird. It's almost like the whole town is like for show, or people packed up and left.
Like they knew something was going to happen.
As
Didn't tell us.
Yama, as you enter into this kind of large clearing, in the center of town here, a densely thick copse of trees grows, and all the trees are drooping and weeping in the heavy rains. Full 75 feet across, the grove is far too healthy and far too well tended to be mere chance. Clearly the grove is something important to these people of Meribottom, something perhaps they take very seriously. On the other side of the clearing, kind of, as you make your way around the trees, you can see a large stone building, one of the tallest in the town, can only really be the seat of the government. Most of its windows are dark, but you can see brief little bits of lantern light shining through a few slats, forming peeping eyes in the building's facade that suggests business continues.
Well, we should go and check this one out, right? What do you think, Captain?
Absolutely, let's go.
Is it this one just north of me?
Sure. Hold on. Let me. Where are Cillian, Karu, Pauly, Yama, and Shadow Spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Good name for this place.
Oh, for the scene name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, you've got this big building kind of in front of you. Obviously the large copse of trees in the town square there, and a number of other kind of buildings around you. Everything pretty much silent.
Alright, well, let's
Really
check
quiet.
out these lights.
Whee!
The other way, this big building to your east.
Whee!
Oh. Whee.
Wait. Oh shit. Oh crap, I'm poking by the Karu. Is the door open or?
No.
Oh, I
Can
didn't
we see
specify. My shadow dog is fear.
Could I try and pick the lock?
Can we see any movement through the windows?
To the window.
You get up and there's sort of slats for the windows. You can kind of peer in a little bit. Give me perception checks. Anyone who's doing that.
Could I try and pick the lock at the same
Sure.
time?
Yeah. So do you try it first, or do you...
Oh yeah, I guess I'll try it first. Yeah, absolutely. I think you said it's locked.
Yeah, there's a bit of a rattle that it is absolutely locked.
Cool.
Dirty 20.
With the dirty 20, I think, Cillian and
29.
And Yama, you get a look in at some of the through some of the window slats. Cillian, you can make out perhaps like a little bit of movement, though maybe from your vantage point's not as good as Yama's. Yama, you've trained in hunting down people who are holed up in houses, I believe.
Yeah,
and
he's a raider.
you know the sounds of people indoors trying not to make lots of noise. when you hear them.
He might just lean over to Pauly while he's trying to like jig the lock and just say there are people inside. Maybe they're townspeople. Let's be cautious. And let's go.
Yeah, as
that
you say
happens-
that, you hear the lock click, and you've slid the bolt. Pauly, you can open the door if you wish.
I will.
Will.
Can I go stealthy boy as well? Will I go into this?
Sure.
Then Yama's gonna stay there. with his
25.
Shiny armor.
Oh, is the armor on now at least?
Yes, he's no longer naked. He went and got dressed.
Is it like dim light inside?
Yeah, probably very dim. Like there seems to be only like 1 or 2 candles lighting inside.
I'm gonna send my demon doggo in with Pauly, and if it's dim light, it can take hide action.
Yep.
And go stealth.
Excellent.
Cool.
Give me a stealth check for the demon dog.
Stealth, so Dex +3, so basically my stealth.
Very good.
21.
Alright. My rolls are terrible today. So Pauly, you slip in with this shadow demon dog kind of behind you, this abomination of a thing. How do you react to this thing?
How close does it get to me?
Oh, it's like right up next to you.
Great.
Is it
It
like
looks-
doing like? Is it trying to be cute?
Oh, it looks fucking terrifying.
Yeah,
but
but
it's
is it
like,
trying to like be like?
It's like its tail is like really cute, like a cat's curious tail.
I am very
And he's-
uncomfortable, but I'll try
he's-
and pet it.
Oh, it won't attack you. You get like it's come from the hells.
Yeah, I know.
So
but
you get like a
I'm gonna
distinct
try and pet
smell
it.
when you pet it. Like you smell sulfur on your hands.
Right. Okay.
Ew.
All right.
Love that.
Smells
gonna-
like egg farts.
Just gonna whisper, "Good boy."
Now it's like its tongue falls out the side of its mouth. It's just really stoked. This is the dog that I told you about.
All right. But Yama said she heard people trying to be. Said he heard people trying to be quiet. Correct.
Yep.
Okay. I am going to just. And that was in the room north of the entrance, correct?
Sure.
I'm going to open this door anyway to see, because it's me.
Yeah. In here, you see there are 2 children in this room, both sort of tied up to the wall and gagged.
I immediately free them without even thinking about it.
One of them, they both like look terrified as you approach, and especially as like the shadow dog, forms up in the doorway behind you, and kind of like they're shaking their heads, tears somewhat coming from their eyes.
Yeah, I'll give them to go shh.
You
Try and keep them quiet.
you slip or you cut the bonds, and do you take out the gags? Just sort of like simple cloth gags,
Yeah, I
some-
want to I want to iterate to them. Go shh. Like they're freaking out a bit. I want to keep them calm, and then once they have calmed down, I'll remove the oldest of the 2 children's gag.
The oldest one, she kind of looks at you and in somewhat of a scared whisper, like eyes going from like you to the demon dog. She'll say, "No, Dad said we had to stay tied up so that we wouldn't follow the call."
Oh.
That's fair. I think the call for today though has passed.
Oh, okay.
Is there ever more than one in a night?
I don't know. I don't remember last year's.
Last year's, okay. Well, I can promise you that with me here and my big shiny friend at the front, you're not going to be answering that call.
Okay. So we can go back to preparing for the festival?
Yeah, but go see my big shiny friend. His name's Yama. They'll make sure you're okay.
I have child tokens, hells yeah. They kind of
always got a soft spot for kids.
yeah. Especially kids that are tied up, right?
Yep.
Oh.
As you kind of let them out, they warily watch the kind of shadow dog kind of like shying away from it as you lead them outside, or kind of get them to the doorway, and I assume kind of like point out the front door because you're sort of staying inside.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll
see,
be staying inside.
oh, my friend's over there, they kind of hold each other's hands and kind of stay as far, hugging the wall, trying to stay away from the shadow thing as much as they can, and kind of creep towards the front door, towards you, Yama.
And Yama is kind of like arms open, like on one knee, and just kind of like, come on. And maybe he moves like a little bit further from the front door.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe he has some questions for them, like, was there anyone else in the house with you? Where are your parents?
Everyone went up to the church to start the festival.
Were they preparing for the festival, or had the festival already started?
I don't know, but they said we couldn't go, but we had to stay tied up so that we wouldn't answer the call.
Have you been to the festival before?
We went when I vaguely remember going last year. I mean, there was lots of food and sweet treats and a magic show.
But you didn't get tied up like this last year. Only this year?
I don't remember.
Okay. That's okay. That's okay. Maybe it's a good thing that you don't remember. That's okay. Here, I have some of this. I think Yama's still got some of that weird fey candy that's like bugs.
Yeah. They brighten up absolutely when they see that. Sorry, let me find. Yeah, cool. So yeah, they sort of take the candy from your hand, and like the older one says to the younger one, like, "I'll say thank you." As Pauly, you and the shadow dog kind of inching your way around the rest of this place.
Yeah. Just go door from door,
Yeah. You pop open the door and you see a figure in robes kind of at a desk scribbling away. And as you open the door, he kind of looks at you and says, "What the?" and pulls out a scimitar and just yells like, "Unbelievers!" And you hear sort of the sound of doors being flung open in this house.
Okay.
And out of the mist, men with wild eyes under their hoods, wielding swords, charge from around corners. And start of next session, we're going to roll initiative.
Oh.
Whoa, more combat.
Let's go.
Far out. What the hell is going on in this weird town?
I was trying to be sneaky, but I guess I didn't do it that well.
Are you just going to open doors to... I mean, you got to check...
I
doors.
always open doors.
We learned this from the castle.
But yeah, all right. Well, I think it's 9 o'clock. Perfect time to put it into it now. And we'll pick up next week on the mystery of Meribottom. What is happening in this crazy town?
I just wanted to go to a festival.
Will we see Yama naked again? Possibly not. Will there be tentacles? Most likely.
Will Cillian find a way to learn Arms of Hadar?
Exactly. Now that he knows it can be done.
Maybe he has to
Big thanks to, obviously, Josh in the chat, moderating the chat, making sure that you can say the right words, you can't say the wrong words. And, of course, I think we saw Space Hawks and some others in the chat as well. And
Yeah,
thank you
Amanda.
all for that. First official real episode, even though we didn't have everyone here. How are we feeling so far on
Good.
on the mystery of Maribottom?
Yeah, it's
Already
fun
loving
starting
it.
from the beginning again. Like unraveling the mystery.
Yeah.
Rather than just going, we just need to kill some hags and get out of here.
Yeah. Knowing that there's 3 hags that need to be slain, this is fun.
All right, excellent. Well, I'll end the stream there, and we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.